All right, 8th graders, this is to help you with question 7 on CR10. It says a utility box is 16 centimeters wide, 21 centimeters long, and 12 centimeters high. Find the surface area of the box, okay? Surface area means the outer covering of the box. So if I have a box, my box is going to look ugly. It is what it is. And I need to wrap the outer surface of this, maybe in wrapping paper, or if you're actually going to build the utility box, you need to know how much material you need to create the box, the outer section of the box. So we look here, it says it's 16 wide, okay, so it's telling me it's 16 wide, 16 centimeters wide. It says it's 21 centimeters long, 21 centimeters long. Then it tells me it is 12 centimeters high. And to find the surface area, you have to find the area of every outer surface. So every box has a top and bottom face. And the top and bottom of the box have to match. Every box has a front and back. And those have to match. And then has two side faces that have to match. All right, so I'm going to find the area of the top and bottom. So we need area. We know area for a rectangle is length times width. So for my top and bottom, I'm going to do area equals length times width. And if I look at the bottom face, I'm trying to shade in for you that bottom face and the top face up here will match it. That bottom face is 16 by 21. So we have to do 16 times 21. There's going to be 2 of those because it's a top and bottom. So we're going to multiply that by 2. So I have to do 16 times 21. I'll work that out off to the side. 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 1 is 1, put down a 0. 6 times 2 is 12, put down a 2, carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 more is 3. I hope I don't make any mistakes. 346. So the area of just the bottom or just the top is 346. Because there's a top and a bottom, I have to take 346 and multiply it by 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8, and 1 more is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. So the total for the top and bottom is actually 692 centimeters squared, or square centimeters. Now I have to worry about the front and the back. I'm going to quick do another sketch of the box so I can really look at what the front and back look like. And we know that this is 16. We know this is 21. And we know that this is 12. And now if I'm looking at the front and back of the box, this right here is the front of the box. If I kind of try to darken in the front of the box, that's the front of the box right there. That's the front of the box. And the back of the box will match that. So back here, the back of the box, if I darken in the back of the box will match that. So I have to know the dimensions of the front and the back of my box. Okay, so if I look here at the front rectangle on the box, I can see it's 21 by 12. Hopefully you can see that. It's 21 by 12 is the front rectangle. So the area is length times width, and that's 21 times 12. 21 times 12. Now, there's 2 of those, right? There's a front face and a back face that match. So now I have to do 21 times 12, and then I'll have to multiply that by 2. So let me just do my 21 times 12. 2, 4, put down a 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Add them up. Hopefully that is 252. All right, 252. Now I have to multiply 252 by 2. 252, because there's a front, that takes up 252 square centimeters, and the back of that box takes up 252 square centimeters. 2 times 2 is 4, 5 times 2 is 10, put down a 0, carry a 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 504. So the front and back is 504 centimeters squared. Now I have to do my side faces. So again, area will be length times width. I'm going to do a sketch so that, oh God, that's so ugly, so that hopefully you can take a look at what the dimensions of the side faces are. Oh my God. Okay, so here's this side face. It's going to have this side face over here that it totally matches. So I'm just going to shade in this side face. So here, the dimensions here are 16. And how tall is that box? That is 12, right? So the dimensions of the side face will be 16 by 12. So the area there will be 16 times 12. And there's going to be 2 of them. Because this side face over here, which is also 16 by 12, right? That's also 16 by 12 high. Those match. So now I have to do 16 times 12. This is a long video. 6 times 2 is 12. Put down a 2, carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 more is 3. 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Add those up. 2, 9, 192. So that area is 192, but I have to multiply that by 2. So I have to take my 192 and multiply by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 9 times 2 is 18. Put down an 8, carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 more is 3. So the side faces actually total 384 centimeters squared. Now, in order to get the entire surface area, I need to add up 692, 504, and 384. So I then have to add up my total area for every surface. So front and back totaled 692 centimeters squared. The top and bottom were 692 centimeters squared. The front and back were a total of 504 centimeters squared, and the side faces were a total of 384. Add those up. 4 and 4 is 8, and 2 more is 10. Put down a 0, carry a 1. 9 and 1 is 10, and 8 more is 18. 6 and 1 is 7. 3 more is 10. 5, 15, 80. Let's hope that's one of those answers. Because if not, I made an error in my calculations. Ah! Whew. Huh. I got 1580. My guess is it's probably 1560. I made an error in my calculations. Of course, I don't know what that error is. All right, I paused the video and figured out my error. It was way back here. 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is actually 336. And so then I have to do 336 times 2. See, teachers are certainly not perfect, but I'm not making a different video. 336 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 is 7. 3 times 2 is 6. So this shouldn't have been 692. This should have been 672. So over here, this shouldn't have said 692. This should have said 672. And so my final answer would actually be 20 less than that, 1560. And there you have it. The answer is letter B. I made a silly multiplication error way back in the beginning. And as opposed to at the end doubting myself that I did something wrong, like for the process, I said, oh, I must have made a calculation error. Pause the video, figure it out. All right, hope that helps. But basically, you have to find the area of the top and bottom, area of front and back, area of the side faces, and then add them all up to get your total surface area. For those of you who like just a quick little formula, the surface area is 2 times the length times the width plus 2 times the width times the height plus 2 times the length times the height. That's another way you could go about the problem. You could just plug your numbers into the formula and simplify. I always do it this way, but my students who just give me a formula and let me just plug the numbers in. There's your formula that you can just plug the numbers into. Oops. Hope that helped. Sorry it's so long.